An average person has more than 6,000 thoughts every day. And about 80% of these thoughts are negative. To make matters worse, a negative thought is 6 to 7 times more powerful than a positive thought. All of us human beings have inner dialogue. We are always listening to a chatter that is going on in our head. A lot of the times, these negative voices are not actually our voices. This is not us telling us something or somehow we're not good enough. This is actually someone else that was in our life that repeatedly reminded us of certain things that they believed were incomplete or negative about us. It could be a parent who, because of their own trauma, was telling you that you're not good enough, that you are not going to be successful, that people in our community don't get ahead. It could be a colleague or a friend that didn't see the beauty in themselves and couldn't see the beauty in you truly, so they consistently reminded you how they didn't see you as somebody who was more creative or beautiful or sexy or had a great body or had a great voice or whatever that was that they kept telling you. And now, because they did that over time, they repeated that message again and again to you, you've internalized that voice and made it your own. Over time, as we find it hard to separate the negative voice that we borrowed from someone because they constantly told us, or something that we told ourselves, it also becomes a defense mechanism, which makes it harder for us to let go of these negative voices. And sometimes that voice becomes really loud. And when that voice becomes really loud, you feel like, oh, this is the voice that is just trying to protect me. This is just the voice that are trying to keep me safe. It's the same negative voice that keeps us in the same job, even if we are not loving it, but it's keeping us safe. It is the same voice that gets us to not start our beautiful, passionate career because it's keeping us safe in the current, not so passionate career. I have a negative voice that I know comes up every time I'm about to hit record, every time I'm about to record my YouTube videos or videos for you on different channels or even my podcast. And this negative voice tells me that I'm not ready yet. I'm not good enough as a coach. I've not done enough as a coach. And this negative voice is something that I've isolated. I've understood that this voice sometimes would show up and show up really loud. And so when this voice shows up for me, I use one of these many techniques to turn down the volume, to get this voice to just be one of the many voices that I can choose to hear or choose to ignore. The first technique I want to share with you is to take this voice and turn it into a challenge or a skill that you're developing. So let's say, for example, if the voice in my head goes really loud and says, you're not good enough to record videos for the interwebs and the internet, instead of listening to it as a affirmative statement, as a statement of truth, instead, I turn it around. I ask myself, what's the skill that I'm developing that will make a better video, that will keep my listener, my watcher engaged in this conversation that I'm having with them using this beautiful platform of internet? I try to make it a challenge on how do I get better and better every single day with every single video that I put out, so my audience is able to engage with me even when I'm not physically present with them. You see, turning the affirmative negative talk to a challenge or a skill that you're developing changes the way you approach that particular talk, that particular challenge, that particular act that you're about to do, that your negative self-talk is actually hindering from doing. The second technique that I absolutely love is a little bit complicated, but sometimes it is the most effective that you can use. So what I want you to do is every single time you have a lot of talking that's happening, maybe your parent told you that you're not smart enough and your teachers told you you're not smart enough, and there were many other people that were telling you you're not smart enough, not smart enough, not smart enough. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and get really present to all these different voices. And as you get present to all these different voices, I want you to choose a voice. Say you choose the voice of your teacher telling you you're not smart enough. And then I want you to choose that voice. And now I want you to make this voice funny. Instead of the voice going, you're not smart enough, it should be like, you're not smart enough, you're not smart enough. Like a Mickey Mouse or something like a child or whatever that is that makes it funny. Something that is hilarious to you when you hear that voice in that tone. And when you hear that voice in that tone, what tends to happen is this voice now is not a voice that threatens you or judges you. Now it's funny. And it reframes the conversation for you. And now what you do is take this funny voice and increase the volume all the way to the top so it's really ridiculous, like a Mickey Mouse sound saying, you're not smart enough, you're not smart enough, you're not smart enough. And then turn it all the way down. You're not smart enough. You're not so smart enough. This mental practice, when you close your eyes and you do this mental gymnastics, if I may, what happens is you have made that voice funny, and then you have gotten control of that funny voice too by giving it a really high volume and then turning all the way down, giving you a psychological capability of taking any voice in your head and turning it into something that becomes irrelevant and doesn't have control on you. You can take all the voices that have happened over the course of time that stops you, limits you, and do this practice with them so you can find the power for you to do what you've always wanted to do without the judgment and story that other people decided to lay on you. And lastly, I think one of the key reasons why these negative voices prevail in our minds is because we let them stay in our minds. We keep hearing them, and we keep hearing them, and it never really becomes real. By making it real, it means you take that voice and you make it real. You put it on a piece of paper. And when you put it on a piece of paper, now it's real. Now you can tackle it. And when you tackle it, don't only just tackle it by saying, oh, I'm going to tackle this, but make a plan, like a full-blown plan, how you're going to attack the problem of, or the voice of blank. Right? If the voice is, your business will never be successful, let's make a plan to make the business successful. When you have a plan, it's physical, it's real, it's in the world, it's being manifested on a piece of paper, it makes it easier for you to turn down the negative voice, because every time that voice comes, you say, I got a plan. I got a plan, and I'm going to make this plan work. That gives you so much power on that negative voice that you can own that negative voice, that you can really be able to attack that negative voice and turn it into positive outcomes for yourself. These techniques would already help with any negative voice that you may be experiencing right now in your life. But one of the most common negative voice loops that run in our head is what is known as imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is when you feel like you don't belong, that what you've gotten you don't really deserve, or you have really got it by chance or by luck. When imposter syndrome becomes the negative loop in your mind, it really holds you back. It holds you back because you always feel undeserving of everything that you've got. You find it hard to receive what the world is offering you, limiting your possibilities in the future. This is why I want to invite you to watch these 5 powerful questions that will help you get past your imposter syndrome. I'll see you there.